Welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Last time, we got attacked by our, newest party member. Well, yeah, she's gonna join the party because she killed off the rest of them. Or at least they were lying on the floor in the other room. But, we can't kill her off. We're not gonna have anybody to play with.
You must. The alternative is only another death. And I would rather die by your hands.
Okay, look, you're wounded. Let's, you're bleeding all over the place. You're making a mess.
I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
Okay, and we'll choose the blatant light side option. Is she going to be alright?
Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
Okay. And, keep me posted. Apparently she's back up already. And, there's a lot of light side points I just gained. I also gained influence with Visas, who's the name of this person who just joined. Yeah, she did just join our party. We also found another one of our lightsaber parts, so we only need one more. But it'll be a while before we get it. And, we can have some conversations with our newfound friend. And apparently everybody else is alright. I mean, maybe she just drugged them or something, but, they were, kind of all lying on the floor dead. Which is, a little disturbing. Let's have a conversation with her. This is a fairly long conversation, but it's really the only important one you'll ever have with Visas.
My life for yours.
And you can ask if she's alright.
I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you.
And you can point out that it really didn't answer the question.
I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed, if that's the answer you seek.
And you could say you didn't mean to hurt her.
I know. And I fear that others will see the mercy in your actions. And in my survival. And use it as a weapon to do you greater harm.
Okay, well, we can ask how, why she came.
I serve my master. I am an emissary. A scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force. But was unaware of its nature. Of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know. And that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why.
Okay, and this master, we probably gonna have to deal with him. We need to know how to find him.
You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me. Even if I could lead you to my master, I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready.
Ready?
If I bring you before my master, untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter.
Okay, and you can choose the blatant light side option that your master threatens more than me and my life is unimportant.
I cannot. I will not. I would die first, and gladly, to preserve you, untouched, unharmed. Now that I have found you, I cannot sacrifice what I have found.
Okay, and, you must be stopped.
You will meet my master. It is inevitable. I have seen it. And when you stand before him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready.
Okay. And we can go over some general questions.
I will answer what I can, but my answers may prove useless to you.
And we can ask about her homeworld.
It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction. It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, Each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake, life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it.
Okay, but why did he choose to do it then?
The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And KOTOR, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me.
Okay, and, bringing the Jedi there apparently didn't help the place.
He cannot deny his hunger for long, and any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
Or it can starve him if he runs out of food.
I do not understand what you mean.
Anyway.
I will answer what I can.
And we can ask about her
My
blindness.
people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well. My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people.
Okay, she has an ability to essentially know alignments.
My master, when he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain.
Okay, and there are sort of blatant light side, blatant dark side options here.
Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this.
Okay, and we can ask how she sees through the Force.
If you wish to know, perhaps it is possible to show another what my people see, what I see. First, you must close your eyes. The surface of the ship, its sights, will only be a distraction. Now, in your mind, reach out. Listen for my breathing. Do not focus on the sound, but the life behind it. Imagine its energy, its texture, in tandem with the breathing. And then in your mind, step back from the image and see what remains. There. It is not as difficult as I thought. You learn quickly.
Okay, and you get some
It will take effort to
Force
maintain
points.
such sight, but you now have that power, and with it you can use it to see life around you in a different way, as I used to see it. Forgive me, but before you go I must ask.
And we've
Why
been
do you
through
do
this
this?
conversation before.
You must... So... Very well.
And she gives you this Force sight power. It also gives you permanent plus 10 Force points, which it's not a big deal. I got plenty. That particular dialogue option only appears once. Essentially, once you choose it, if you fail the influence check, you will never see it again. So save before talking to Visas. Not surprisingly, with all of that light side conversation, I am now at light side mastery, which gives me, since I'm a consular, it gives me a +3 wisdom bonus. It also means that my light side powers are really cheap, and my dark side powers, which I don't have any of, are really expensive. Neutral powers like force speed are unaffected. Anyway, I'm going to have to cut this episode off here. We're out of time. So, see you next time.